and then we're going to get started
Okay.
on our main subjects of the night. Welcome to Motor Mouths. That is my name of my group here on YouTube. We get together each and every Friday night where we talk about any and everything, and tonight is no exception. Some news for you all. I do have some real equipment coming here soon. I actually got a little bit of it already ready. So the next
Okay.
this may be one of my last ghetto looking live.
It's not ghetto. It's all
It's
right.
looking
At
a
least
little
you got
ghetto
one.
right now, but I'm getting my equipment together. You know, they gotta wait till the money come in.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I got a 5K camera that I'll be setting. Look, and then I have no technical abilities at all, so it's gonna be a trip trying to set this thing up. But I got that. I got to order a laptop and the professional microphone so that I can
Okay. Well,
be
take your
looking
time.
all.
You working on it.
Oh yeah, we getting it together.
Okay.
But first things first is just to get in here and get comfortable. And I've been learning over the last month how to at least navigate in this place. So it's all good. But I'm super excited. It's gonna add a lot to the content here on YouTube because YouTube is just a whole lot different from TikTok. TikToks, those videos are a minute and you can do everything from your phone. But when you over here on the YouTube side, you're competing with the real professionals. So I got to step my game up. So that's what I'm working on behind the scenes. But in the meantime, we just gonna make it do the little hood thing until until I
Okay.
get it
All right.
right.
Cause
It's all good. I
I've
don't
been
know these
wanting to.
people. Where are my people at? I need y'all to come on in the room now. Hurry up. I sent the link out to everybody, so everybody should have it. I
All
hope
I had to do.
I guess I should have told them to come on in the room first, and then okay, they're starting to come in. Let me know
Okay.
when you guys have arrived. Once you have arrived, please hit that the thumbs up button up at the top of the screen. The wonderful thing about it is you only got to hit it one time, so
I think I've already
you don't
hit.
have to sit and do this craziness all night. Once you come in the room, you just
Okay.
hit it one time. Let me know you've arrived in the comment section so that we can include you in the conversation. I hope to God that I did turn the captions on. So please let me know you in here. Make sure that I hit all the correct buttons before I started setting up these lives in
I
YouTube
thought it
page.
was gonna be hard, but it's
Yeah,
actually easy.
look, I did the hard work for you. The first one was not this smooth.
Right,
But
right,
it's much easier to do when I fire off the link before the show starts. Now, sitting
right.
here doing it, it gets a lot more complicated. But yeah, if you go back and watch the first live, the first two, they were real ghetto.
Oh,
They were very ratchet, very very ratchet.
it's all good though. I mean,
But
I'm
what I love
learning.
about it
I'm.
is
Mm-hmm.
what I'm loving though is that people are giving me grace and they're
Mm-hmm.
learning. Oh, I
Yeah.
can't do it on my PC. Give me a second. Oh, that's Teresa.
Okay.
Oh well, she's trying to get in the room now. Okay. All right, we got some people
Okay.
coming
I
in.
see three.
There we
Two more
go.
people.
Fluff, how you doing? How you doing? Do you have $9? I do, but what do you want me to do with it? I don't have cash. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got 6 people in the room. My people are from TikTok are starting to arrive. Welcome. Please let me know that you're here in the chat. We're going to get started tonight. We got a lot to cover and some deep conversations to have. I hope you guys stick around. This show is going to run for a good long while, just like all my lives do. But I enjoy it each and every time. Got 8 people in the room. I'm loving it. I need you guys to do me a huge favor and hit that thumbs up button as you come into the room and let me know that who you are and where you're from in the comment section. Everybody's included in this show. Again, I got P Love up in the box, but we'll be rotating this box for as many
Okay.
people that want to come up as needed. You know what I mean? Determined is supposed to be here soon. I don't know what's going on with her. She's always late, messing up everything. All right. Love the hair. Thank you so much for that, T Man. You would not
Yeah.
love the top of it right now. I'm going in the morning to finally get them tightened up. That's why I'm wearing this hat. I'm actually hiding the fact that you can't see the roots of my hair no more. It's like a little baby furrow growing up on the. But they'll be tightened up next week. You're gonna see all of it next week. Thank you so much for the
Mm-hmm.
compliment.
It looks
Uh
good.
in Cash App or something. I do not know who you are. Why are you asking me for money? I literally just walked in the door. I
Right.
literally just hit the button and you asking me for money. Why do you need money, players? And why is it $9? That's such um a specific amount. Okay, all right, people. I need you guys to tap that thumbs up as you're coming in the room. We're about to get started. Let me tell you what we're going to be talking about tonight. You're 9. You're 9 years old. Why are you
Mm-mm.
9 years old? This is a grown up live. Again, I appreciate all the love and support from everybody, but I do not want underage people in this live. We're going to be talking about some very adult topics tonight. There will be some nights that kids are safe, but tonight is not one of those. So if you are under the age of 25,
Okay.
I need you to go ahead and exit the room right now because this conversation is going to get very going to get very grown up. Bruh, you're
Mm-hmm.
15. Bruh, that's not even a term that I use. I'm much too old for that term. But bruh, please understand that this conversation is for grown ups. So
Mm-hmm.
you have been warned. If you choose to stay and listen to this grown up talk, then that's on you. I've done my job as an adult and as a man to let you know that this conversation is not for kids.
I see
All
some
right.
of you.
Kimberly Williams, how you doing?
Kimberly.
So you're
Mm-hmm.
5, you're 11, you're 9. Please, do we add that up to get to your real age? What's going on? Hey, who's she? She is my special guest right now. Her name is P Love. Tell her hello while you're
Hi.
here. You can ask her, she can hear you. Or
Yes, I
please
can hear
believe,
you.
if you write it
I
in the
can see
comments,
it.
we're definitely gonna read it and we're gonna address it. So please be careful with the trolling because I will drag you right here on YouTube. Sonia, how you doing? That Sonia, we love Sonia. Sonia actually
Thanks.
likes the YouTube side better than TikTok. She feels like it's a lot more calm over here, and people are actually able to be heard. I feel the same way when I'm on TikTok. As much as I love my people over there, it feels like I'm Jerry Springer. you
Okay.
know, just trying to keep the circus, under control. But when I'm over here, it turns into like Montel Williams, where I'm actually
All
able to
right.
interact and have real deal conversations. So that's what I love.
Mm.
When you guys are here again, from time to time, I have special guests where I do real life interviews. Had one last
Mm-hmm.
week. You guys can go back and check it out. You just hit the live tab and you're able to watch it. Okay, this is another thing you see. I'm doing it wrong. This is another thing I want you to remember, P Love. When you want to
Okay.
point at me, you have to point in the opposite direction. Because
Okay. Okay. Like this
that's wrong.
or this
Now,
this way.
correct.
I got it.
They're gonna get you. I have been struggling for an entire. I cannot get that right to save my life because when I'm looking at you, you're on the other side. So I have to
Oh,
pretend
okay.
like
So
you're.
I have to.
Yep.
Okay.
So please believe they will tear you up in the comment section. So I'm trying to train myself to stop pointing, which is bad because I didn't realize how much I talk with my
Talk with your
hands.
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to train myself to either just point straight or just not point at all because
Right.
it is so bad. Yeah. Send money. Kimberly, we don't have money to send, but we're gonna send prayers, thoughts and prayers
Yes.
right now.
Praying
Let's
for you.
bow our head.
Praying for you.
Kimberly, thank you for joining us tonight in the name of Jesus. You were asking for $30,000. Lord Jesus, that's
Bless her
exactly what I
home.
need for that new car that I want, Lord Jesus. But
Okay.
if she needs it more, Lord, send it her way, Lord Jesus. Hallelujah in
Yeah.
the name. Amen.
Okay.
And
Amen.
send them $9 to that other young fella that needs
Yeah. Hmm.
it. Now you need to point the other
So
way.
what?
I am, son. You see, they're tearing me up already. I'm
Okay.
trying.
Okay. I'm pointing in the right direction this time. Okay.
Yeah, you
I was
got
pointing that
it.
way.
That's wrong. Yep.
Okay. I got to do
So,
it this way.
hey, it's trial and error. I'm telling you, I'm learning as I go. Why, you broke? Okay,
Wow.
I could be. I'm probably am, Kimberly. I got a 16-year-old daughter
Mm.
that's a cheerleader,
Hmm.
and I got a toddler that's in daycare. So yes, I am always broke. If
Hmm.
you want to donate to me, I'll be happy to send you my cash app though, so you can make me rich. In the meantime, what you can do to support me is to hit that thumbs up at the top of the page as this conversation is getting started. We're 9 minutes in and we hadn't even started talking. We're just trying to give people a little bit of time to get here. They'll
To get
arrive
here.
in the midst of the conversation and make us start over. You
Cause
wish.
yeah.
What do I wish? Kimberly, I wish you would send me some money if you want to.
Yeah. Send both of us some money. Me and him. Okay.
Determined, you did get the link this time. Determined got the link, but P Love beat you to the spot. What time I started live, she was already sitting down there waiting. I said, "Well,
Okay.
I'll go ahead and pull her up."
Yeah, I
All right.
was ready because I
Yeah, I
thought like,
mean,
I hope
ready,
I don't
ready.
fall
Yeah.
asleep. I didn't want to fall asleep.
This is the
Yeah,
way that the links work. And so as soon as a person drops out, you have to actually leave the room and hit the link that I sent you, and then it'll bring you up just like it brought her up. And it's really very, very simple. She can actually tell you how easy it was. You literally
it was
just hit the
real
button and it
easy
pulls you right up. So all right,
because I was like,
you're
wow,
both
I'm on
pointing
camera.
wrong. You're on the opposite side tonight.
I'm
Oh
pointing the
God,
right
here we go with
way.
this
What do you
madness.
mean this way? No,
Now, okay, now that's wrong for me. Point the other way.
this way.
That is correct. That's correct for me.
There, because you're on that side, yeah, of me. Yeah,
Really? See,
yeah,
now you're actually to my right, but I have to point. I have to move to the left for it to point.
right to the
Wait,
right.
wait. So
Yeah,
does is
yeah,
this correct for you?
yes, that's
See,
correct.
I'm pointing at the wall.
But
I
it
am
looks like you're
literally
pointing at
pointing at
me
the
because when I
wall.
point this way, I'm pointing the wrong way.
Yeah.
But when I point this way, I'm pointing at towards
So
you.
your orientation is correct then. Mine is
Yeah.
wrong. I don't know. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. Don't think I'm trying to pew pew you. It's just I'm just trying not to point.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. We got a couple of people in the room. As you're coming in, please join the conversation. We will read everything that you type. Child, I just ran around getting ready. I'm about it. I'm gonna get you. It's okay
Okay.
though. About to listen and fry my fish. That is your fault, friend. She was already
Okay.
here.
I mean,
You're frying your fish. Go
I,
ahead and fry your
I
fish.
think.
All right.
Right.
Well, being that you were first tonight, and we have two major topics. So I'm gonna put
Right.
three topics. The first one is easy. That's Nelly, Snoop, and I think I'll let everybody that comes up discuss that one. But because
Yes.
you're first tonight, I'm gonna give you the option of which subject you want to handle, and then we'll bring determined up. She's been trying to get up for the last couple of shows. So it is your
Okay.
choice. Do you want Bunny Blue and her 1,057 body count, or do you want Allie Rae, who unplugged her baby at the
Allie
end of
Rae,
next
give
week?
me some of that because her she needs a whooping. Okay,
Okay.
for real.
All right. So you're gonna attack that one first. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, but before that, let's get to we're just gonna do this one real quick. Nelly, Snoop Dogg, and Soldier Boy all performed for Donald Trump. What are your thoughts on that? We did a video, me and my daughter, where
Uh-huh.
we went in on them because my personal thought. Well, I don't want to spoil you. I don't want to influence your thought process around it. I'll give you my take on it after you give me yours. What are your thoughts
Okay.
around those particular artists all performing for Donald Trump?
I think they wanted to make some money.
Are
They
you
thought
okay
they
with
was
that?
gonna make. I mean, I mean, they getting in where they fit in as far as the money thing was concerned. My thing is, if you're gonna tap dance, for massa, you know, uh, go ahead and make your money, okay? And just don't we don't want to hear your comments. We just want you to do what you do, make your money, and I don't want to hear nothing about your opinion.
Oh,
Because your opinion showed me, your action showed me who you were. You
okay.
know,
Okay.
so I mean, I don't need to hear your opinion. You said what you said. You did what you did. You got paid for what you did. Okay, then there you go. Have it. But either way, I'm not gonna judge them right off top because I need them to see what they did. Because this is one of those FOFAs moments. Okay.
Okay. I think that's a
Hmm.
I think that's a fair assessment, although I'm going to be a lot more harsh about it.
Go ahead.
The
I'm
problem I
ready.
had with Snoop is that Snoop, years ago when Trump was the president, the
Hmm.
first time there's a video that's resurfaced of him where he basically said he called what did he call the people?
Oh,
Uh,
oh.
uh, um, It
I
wasn't a
was
coon.
about that
It was
today.
one of those derogatory
Yeah.
terms, though.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna perform for him, then you're one of those a jigaboo. That's it, a
Yeah.
jigaboo. You are a jigaboo if you dare go and perform for Donald Trump, is what he said to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And we
Mm-hmm.
flash forward to this election, and you're doing that exact same thing. So I have some real smoke for him for the fact that he said all that and then turned around and did the exact same thing. That's the issue I have with Snoop. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Now
Nelly.
I'm with you with regards to getting your money, but I also feel like all money is not good money, and some money you
It's
just
not.
simply need to walk away from. With regards to Nelly in
Mm-hmm.
particular, I think I was even more mad at him because he got up there and attempted to justify. He goes, "Well, I'm performing for the office. I'm not performing for the president. I'm performing for the office. And if you guys, rocking with me, this, that, and the third." Oh my God. Kimberly says, hold on. I'm too old to be here. Could you tell me what the age limit is for YouTube, friend?
Okay.
Because
The age limit.
Shannon Sharp is,
Okay.
I know he's a lot older than me. He's rocking and rolling on his album.
Okay. But she need to go sit down and or go somewhere else. That's what you do. Help
No,
yourself.
that's
Enjoy
fine.
yourself.
Hey, the trolls are actually good for the comment section. It actually helps
Mm-hmm.
us out in the algorithm and
On the
pushes us out
algorithm,
even
yeah.
further. So I don't mind. Say whatever you want.
Go
After I
ahead.
get tired of
Bless
you, I'm just gonna
you.
act a fool on you.
Cause
But
you just come send me some money. Send me some money. How about
I
that, Kim?
know, getting us
Send us
off
some
topic.
money.
So,
Mm.
but yeah, I was even more mad at him because he tried to justify it. I'm performing for the office, not the person. This, that, and the third. And
Mm-hmm.
the interviewer did a wonderful job where he basically said, um, you know, yeah, that sounds cool, but would you go and perform at a Klan rally?
Okay.
He was like, and then he tried to, just pretend like you don't know what the everything that goes along with performing for this guy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
And see this
that
okay.
is what burned me up about him. And then in my video, me and my daughter,
So the boy.
her take on it is we canceled Chrisette Michelle for doing this exact same thing. So does this cancellation only apply to black women? Because these black men are doing the exact same thing. Why are not they not being canceled in the way? Chrisette Michelle's career has never recovered from her performing for him, even though she had on her
For him.
Basquiat dress and she kept hollering about her
Okay.
Basquiat. Your Basquiat got you canceled. Your career has been in the
Okay.
can ever since.
Yes.
So if we're gonna do
But
it to
it's a different standard for us as
is that
women.
what it is? That's
It
what I want
is.
to touch on, and that's why that is why I would want to hear from a female's perspective on that thing. Because I mean, I can't.
Mhm.
I'm a
It's a
man, so I.
different standard. It seems like when we do something, I mean, you can just ah, I, please let me don't say nothing bad. But you know, bless them. Because for some odd reason, when women do anything for the first time, they put us down. They treat us as if we just retarded, don't know what we're doing.
Mm,
And I promise you, not one time that when this when the police start killing our black men, I mean, well, killing our black men, we were all out there. We were
mm-hmm,
all out there.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We had a 16-year-old boy in St. Louis. He was running to go to his mama's house and they killed him in the alley. You know,
Wow.
yeah, and he wasn't doing anything, you know, and we all was just hands up, don't shoot. We was right there in
Yeah.
St. Louis,
Yeah.
Missouri,
Yeah.
so with the way they treat us as, the women and that different standard that they have for us,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I try not to be judgmental, but when it come down to, our people, you know, the misogyny is thick.
That's it. That's the word there. I think you hit it on the nail. Sonia, I love your comment. It goes to show that money, quote, trumps morals, values, and
And
integrity.
integrity. Yes.
Absolutely. 100%. But here's
Hmm.
the thing. Here's the thing. Everybody got a price tag.
Yeah. Everybody has a
I'm
price
sorry.
tag.
Everybody has a price, and I try to convince people of such. You when that money rolls in the way that it rolls in, yeah, it's a lot of us that will compromise some things about ourselves if the check is big enough. I hate to say it, but it's just true. It's simply true. It,
Did you hear about the $10 billion check that Libya tried to send over for the Black community?
no,
Did
didn't
you
know
hear
anything
about
about
that?
that.
Oh, they kept that under wraps because even though Muammar Gaddafi is gone, one of his allies decided that they wanted to help the Black community. They turned it down and said that Libya was a enemy of America of the Americas,
Oh
so
wow.
they don't want anything from them, because it was what's her name, Clinton, Hillary, that
Mm-hmm.
went over there and made sure that he was unalived and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, and they offered some money for us, because I guess they knew what was coming, and they turned it down. And I'm talking about Democrats and Republicans alike.
Oh wow. You said $20 billion.
Billion.
$1 billion. Wow. That could have got us some out of some of that student loan relief. I know that.
They could have, yeah, they could have implemented it somehow in some way
Some
in
kind
our
of
in
way to
our
benefit
community.
us.
Yeah, but
Wow.
that's not the first time. That's not the first time. Central Park. It used to be a Black community, and they offered them money and everything, and eventually they decided that those people don't need to exist anymore. So now it's a park. It used to be a
Hor-
whole Black community.
Horrible. All right.
Yes.
Look, and
So
we
yeah,
that was supposed to be a quick hitter. See how deep we done got?
we done got way, way too deep, way too deep. Okay, I'm sorry, my bad. Oops.
This is why I love YouTube. I love as much as I like it over there, but I love it over here. When I get my one-on-one time with each and every one of my guests, we really are
Mhm.
able to truly dive in. You know what I
Dive
mean? So
in.
this is why
Mhm.
I prefer this particular app over the other. Like I say, once I get to the point, again, I got a long way to go. What I want to eventually do, because I'm ordering a laptop that will just be dedicated to this. I'll have an
Yeah.
email listing set up, and I won't after I get your email address. I'll just start storing them, and then I'll be able to just send the links out at the beginning of every show without having to come in and gather
Yeah.
them and all that kind of stuff, and it'll just run a
Yeah.
lot smoother. But
But I
once I
appreciate you
iron this
bringing me
thing
up.
out, it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really really
Okay.
good.
I truly appreciate you bringing me up. You
You're
know, 'cause
awesome. You're awesome.
this
We
is,
are ready
you are awesome.
now to
Yes.
attack one of the big subjects of the night. Let's talk
Yes.
about Miss Allie Rae. Now, for those of you who do
Ooh.
not know, Miss Allie Rae is a young mother, a very very young mother, whose child is in intensive care. Now, again, this story hits for me very very deep because I have a nephew who was a micro preemie.
Mhm.
He was born at 1 pound and 13 ounces at 23 weeks old. I have my
Mm-mm.
sister. This is my sister actually had a. This is her was her rainbow baby because she had a stillborn that
Mm.
missed that viability by just a couple of days. So she had a 22 weeker, before him, and then the 23 weeker. So it was a very traumatic experience both times around. But
Yeah.
she had him. He's doing well. Love him to death. He's a sweet sweet kid. He's shoot 9 or 10.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's 10. He's doing well.
It's thick.
But
You got bigger.
um, but
Mm-hmm.
she spent 4 months in the
Mm.
hospital with that boy. 4 months. And when I tell you my sister never left his side with the exception of going to take a shower
I
and an
know.
occasional nap, she
Mm-hmm.
sat there and he was so tiny when he was when I say a doll, I mean he was
Oh,
12 inches
I
when he was born. He was literally a
know.
little doll. You could put it he could fit in your hand. And so you had he was in this incubator, and you basically just watched him. I called it the big microwave, where you just watched him
Oh.
grow up in the microwave. And he was so
Yeah.
little at times that and for a while the only people that were allowed to touch him were his mom and his dad.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would have to like put your hands inside the little thing.
And yeah,
It
I
was it,
yeah, I got a girlfriend that a girlfriend and my sister's boyfriend's daughter just did that.
Okay,
and
okay. So you know
yeah,
you're
and they
familiar,
were one
but
pound, and
yep,
yeah,
but yeah, but
mm-hmm,
then he ended up having to come home on oxygen for a while.
mm,
It was a very rough start, you know what I mean? But praise
mm,
God, everything's going well with them. So
yes, sir.
when this story hit, it
Mm,
took me back to those days and
mhm.
how my sister, how I watched my sister go through that. You know what I mean? And how brave she was. I mean, he coded several times
Oh my Lord,
during those 4 months. It was very traumatic, but
I
what
bet.
but she never left that baby's side. I can remember going to visit him because she lived probably about an hour and a half from me at that time, so I wasn't able to go up very often, but you know, as often as I could. And I can remember, you know, scanning into the room and walking
Mm-hmm.
around, and you could see all these little babies, little teeny tiny
Oh,
babies in their little
yeah.
microwaves, you know. And so back to the original story. So this woman is basically inside of the NICU with her baby. She decides while she's on a live with all of her friends and
Mm-hmm.
all of her followers, rather, I won't even say friends, that she
Mm-hmm.
wants herself a turkey sandwich. So rather
Mm-hmm.
than hit the nurse button to get a nurse to come in to make the
Yeah.
request,
Mm-hmm.
she unplugs her baby from the heart monitor. She doesn't do it once. She doesn't do it twice. She did it 3 times. So the nurse rushes in and
Mm-hmm.
you can see her plugging it back in. She's like, "Is everything
Mm-hmm.
okay?" She goes, "No, everything's fine. I was just wondering, could you make me a turkey sandwich? Could you get me a turkey sandwich?" That was the first time. The second time, she needed a charger for her phone, which was in the room. The third time, she wanted a soda. She unplugged this baby from a heart monitor every single time. The moment has since gone viral, mega viral, and their conversations or rumored now that CPS has been called. I don't know how true it is, but I want to have the conversation around Miss Allie. Uh, what were you thinking?
Oh, baby.
And what is
I can I need a belt. I promise I need a belt for her. She needs a whooping.
how do
No,
you
because
go?
ooh,
How do you choose a sandwich over your child's life? These devices are designed to monitor your baby because your baby's in a very fragile situation which could go good or
mm-mm,
bad at any moment. What would possess you to pull the plug on any
mm-mm.
piece of
That's the
equipment on your baby?
Lord.
Insane.
Oh,
And, so,
oh my
and
goodness.
what's scaring me even more about it, again, as a man that has walked into these on the floor, and
Mm-hmm.
how easy it is to have access to other kids. If you would do that to your own child,
Own child.
why? What would make you think? What would make me think that you wouldn't go around and start unplugging equipment on other kids because you're bored or you
Do
want
you know
somebody
they?
some attention?
Do you know at one time they had law? They had to make a law, where white women wouldn't go to jail for killing children. They had to make a law for that because it was correction to correct. They would call it correcting a child. Because they would have they husband's face and skin color.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so they had to make a law so they wouldn't go to prison for killing their babies, killing the babies,
insane.
killing the children. Yes, they made a law. It's on record. So just look it up. It's there.
I
And
will.
and
Okay, but before
yeah,
we get there, oh, I'm sorry. Let me grab this comment. Determined says, yeah, that's ground for endangerment, neglect, abuse, and many other charges. I don't care what
yes,
state she's in. Yeah, I feel like it. I feel like she should be charged with a myriad of things. Um, we,
yes.
we covered. I covered a story on a previous live where it was
Mm-hmm.
a nurse, and I don't know if you've heard this
Ooh,
story, but
yes,
the
I heard
nurse
about
that
that
was
one.
it was a nurse that was breaking the
Breaking.
bones of the newborn.
Yes,
You've heard that
yes,
story. Okay,
yes.
good. I covered it in depth on a previous live.
And that was horrible.
And she was only targeting black children,
Black
7 kids,
boys.
and they were all black.
And
She'd gotten suspended from her job.
mm-hmm,
They left.
mm-hmm.
They suspended her with pay for what I believe was a whole year. Brought her back after she'd done it to 4 children. She ended up doing it to 3 more before they finally charged her with intentionally harming these black babies. So it's deep. This thing is deep. It's very, which is why if I don't say anything else in this conversation, I want to say to the people, when you have a family member that is in a hospital, especially a baby, it's important
Mm-hmm.
for those doctors and nurses to see representation from that family. Don't just leave your family,
Yes,
and that goes for young and old.
yes.
If they know that you care, they're gonna care a little bit more. But if you just drop them people off and they never see a face,
No,
then
they're gonna hurt it.
you're putting your
Mm-hmm.
family members in harm's
In
way.
danger.
Correct.
Yes.
So keep that in mind.
And that right there with that woman breaking up them baby's legs,
Hmm.
I cried the first time when I first heard it because
Hmm.
how can you hate?
Come on, come
Oh
on,
my God, I'm feeling it again. But how can you hate a baby like
a
that? Baby
baby,
is innocent,
a
and to the point where you
baby,
can put your hands on it and break it.
a baby.
You
Did
know,
you?
I mean, oh my God, I cried. I was like, that's just completely evil. Feeding the babies to the crocodile, that's evil. That's
Oh
evil.
yeah, oh yeah.
But but then blatantly going in the hospital to work
To work.
to do that to a
Correct.
infant, to a
Correct.
baby that just
Insane.
got on this earth and had did nothing to you, and you know, it, don't even. Oh my God, you
Mm,
know, it's just horrible. And so
horrible.
I'm gonna keep up with it because I want to know if this woman gonna go,
Oh,
how much time she gonna do in jail because they gave her paid time off and
paid
then brought
time.
her back.
How did
You
she
know,
ever get her job back? Now we off subject now, but how did she ever get her job back? Because if that nurse was black, she never would have been back in that hospital.
she would have
It
never been okay. She been in jail already, in
correct.
under
She
the
went to
jail.
jail the first time.
Okay, she's been under the jail already.
Correct.
You know, but
All right,
that's
let's.
that's the different laws that they have for
Mm,
different people.
okay,
Hmm.
we're ready. Let's go ahead and start dragging Miss Allie. Go ahead and give me your
Uh,
take on Miss Allie unplugging the babies for a turkey sandwich.
her that one. You
Turkey.
know what? Like I said, the evil is unbelievable.
Mm,
Because my baby, I'm gonna unplug my baby because I want a sandwich.
a
If
sandwich.
anything, I'm gonna press that nurse button until it turns to another color.
Come on now.
Okay.
Come on now.
But my baby, I wouldn't. Oh, and that's something. That's another thing. She needs a whooping, and on top of going to jail. You
She
know,
needs.
I can't find a belt big enough for her, but she need one.
I
You
agree.
know.
And then in my video, I did a TikTok on it. In my video, I actually found where she went live after the fact, after it blew up because it went viral. She goes, "Ooh, I got 500,000 views on that. The only thing it's doing is bringing more attention to my page, and ultimately it's gonna put money in my pocket." So there, that was her response. That was her
I'm
response.
not messing with you. Let's go. Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
That was her response. Oh, when I dig into stories, I go deep. So yeah,
Okay.
I cover them. I cover them completely. But that's exactly what she did. I was
Oh
floored.
my
I was.
God. That's
She was
terrible.
not even apologetic. That's the
No,
part that got me.
but they don't be.
Mm-mm,
They don't be.
mm-mm,
You think that girl that was doing them babies, breaking them babies up, you think she was apologetic? You think she
mm-mm.
really feel bad about what she was doing? No, she was enjoying that with a smile.
She had to enjoy it.
7 times with a
Mm-mm.
smile. And then they let her back up in there and that really made her smile. I
You
could do
did
this.
to seven baby. It got
Baby.
so bad that they closed down the NICU while they were investigating. They were turning babies away because the investigation had gotten that bad. It was happening that frequently. It was
Mm-mm-mm.
insanity.
I
How?
worked with I worked with the ICU, pediatric ICU, um,
Mm,
as a secretary and intake person, to interview people before they went back there, make sure there was the right parents, all that kind of stuff, and
yeah.
sending emails to different doctors and nurses that work there. Yeah, I worked at a
Mm,
pediatric ICU, and it's not a wonderful thing to see
mm.
babies in the pediatric ICU.
It's a horrible thing. I can remember once or twice where they were break that where they they came in to collect the babies that didn't make it.
Mhm.
It's
Mm.
when I
Yeah,
tell you that it's the hard thing to watch. It is a
yeah,
very hard thing to watch. So I
very.
cannot imagine you have these
I
kids
couldn't
that
do
are
it for long. I couldn't do it for long because I couldn't stand seeing them babies coming out of their dead. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
it just broke my heart. And then my supervisor was like, you know, you don't have to, you don't have to keep torturing yourself, and because when I come home, all I could see was some babies getting rolled out of there and they gone already. And so that right there is a hard pill to swallow for me to know that this
absolutely.
woman sitting there with her preemie baby on the respirator and she unplugging it because she want a turkey sandwich.
Turkey sandwich. A turkey sandwich. Insanity.
Mhm.
That's all I can call it is
I couldn't have
insanity.
been the nurse that caught that because she would have got a fish sandwich, you know.
Correct. Correct.
Yes,
Fillet of fist.
full of nook. Okay, a
A
fillet
fillet
of
of
fish.
fist. A fillet of fist.
Okay.
All right, let's grab some of these comments.
Okay,
Determined
come on.
says, and the nurses are mandated reporters. They know she did this. I was mandated for 20 years. I'm certain that they knew about it the first time. Totally agree
Okay.
with you. Here's another one. Oh, this mother may get probation and under watch by CPS, but may even get the child back after a short stint in foster care. Is that the only punishment that she's gonna get? Horrible.
Well,
So these mothers are not that have no motherly instinct. I totally agree with that, Sonia. I think that's the biggest problem. The
because
big
if it was this, this,
come on, come on now.
okay,
I think it's just a lack of humanity across the board, really.
across the board.
It's across the board now. It is
Hmm.
literally across the board. I know this is not scheduled for tonight, but I know we've had several. Or the biggest story right now is the young guy that went in and unalived the girl at the school, and is now blaming Owens for doing it. Have you seen that one?
No.
I think he was only maybe 17 years old, black, and went in and unalived a girl at the school. And in his, he actually unalived himself as well. But in his manifesto or note that
Mm.
he left, he said that Candace Owens was his biggest influence, and and every time she spoke and said things, it really empowered him,
Resonated with
emboldened
him.
him.
Yeah.
And yeah, which I want people to understand from that. Your words have power. And when you
Has
have
a
these
lot of
platforms and
power.
you're speaking out or speaking up, you need to make sure that you are very careful in what you're saying and what you're putting out,
That's
because you don't
true.
know how these people are interpreting those things. And I'm not a fan
Mm.
of Candace Owens anyway.
No.
She came out to me
Okay.
about 2 years ago with some madness. I ended up in Newsweek, but she
Oh.
actually, yeah, I did. I really did. I ended up in Newsweek. She came after me. She actually deleted. She did a TikTok on me and then deleted it after she realized she was wrong. But the damage was already done. So I had nothing but
Good.
smoke from her from that for that moment on, and for you now
Okay. I mean,
to.
for
But
some
my
odd
thing is,
reason.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about
Mm-hmm.
Candace Owens, I give anybody a side eye that you want to talk about black people, but your entire audience is white. And
And she know how it feel because the those other people over in Israel, those people, um, the pretendians, that's over there. Okay, yeah, and so they turned their back on her and made her feel some type of way,
Mhm.
and she know how it feels to be, rejected and abused by those people.
Yeah,
So why is she acting the way she act? I don't know. Maybe that's a clone. Maybe that's another type of Candace Owens. But she's always been that way though, for real. Even
horrible.
from the beginning.
Yeah.
Even though she's a very intelligent woman, and I adore her mind, but sometimes the things that she say out of her mouth, I think she do it just to get
A
the,
reaction.
yeah, get the reaction in the audience that she want, because she want them to be on her team. No matter how brown skinned she is, she has a problem with that, with this color.
I agree.
You know.
She lost me when she did the George Floyd documentary and basically defended the police and tried to blame his drug habit as his demise rather than us, the world that watched that man sit on that man neck for 9 minutes. So
Okay.
there
I
was
mean,
no
that's
coming back for her. Mm-mm.
no,
I have no
and
sympathy.
that right there, that kind of clutched it for me too.
Yeah.
But her and Ti got into an argument a I guess on YouTube. It was a program on YouTube, and her and Ti got into it. And he said, "Tell me how we can make America great again. Where was it
Correct. 'Cause
great
where
again
is
for
the
us?"
again at? I keep trying to
Yeah, yeah.
understand where exactly is the great because I can't come up with the great with this great that everybody speaks of.
And the again part.
Well, yeah. When was it great the first time?
Look, my look. Okay.
I'm just
I
saying
can't even.
because
I can't tell
Jim
you.
Crow
You know.
wasn't that long ago.
No, it wasn't. You
My
know.
grandma lived through Jim Crow.
Okay. Me
Shoot, my
too.
mama too for a
I'm
little bit.
63. I'm
Yeah,
63 years old. I was a
yeah.
little girl, and when Martin Luther King passed, all that, and I seen my grandfather get bit by dogs. I'd seen all kinds of stuff.
Come on.
So I mean, I've been there, done that, and that's what I was trying to. I just can't get in my head why these people. Maybe they were MK Ultra at one point.
Help me. Help me
Yeah,
understand.
where they're, they erase their memory. Some of them, yeah, some of them got caught in the MK Ultra. They must have had that flash of light, and boom, they forgot what was going on. They told them what was going on, and now that's how they feel. I don't know.
I don't
If
get it.
I think it was a classroom full of them. Because there's a lot of them out here. Doing you know, the coon dance,
Shucking and jiving, and
joking and jiving.
the ones
Okay.
that get me are the people that look like us that do it. It's just particularly like and like we're getting way
Do the
off
eyes.
subject.
Do the eyes. You know how you do your eyes.
And look, and it's totally unintentional. It really is. But my face is so animated. It is the worst thing
Yes,
on earth.
yes, I
Imagine
love
me
it.
in church when people are giving crazy testimonies. It's not good. It's not good at all. Or when you're singing and you're
Oh
singing
my
off
God.
key.
Oh my Lord. Okay.
My
Oh my
face
Lord.
gives it away
Been there, done
every
that.
single time. I really try. I think I just need to start wearing shades altogether. But
Yes, because baby, you can put them eyes on you.
I be disgusted. I honestly do not. It's not intentional at all. But you can read my
Okay.
expression. I'm like, I never have to talk. You can read the expression and know when I
Yes,
approve and when I do not.
when you do not approve. Because baby, you was working me with them eyes tonight. Tonight.
But
I was like, Lord,
it's
look at them
just
eyes.
what got
Mhm.
me back. We're on the inauguration. We'll get back on subject at some point.
Yes.
But
Okay.
in the inauguration, when the black preacher got up there and started doing that, the stealing from the "I Have a Dream" speech. It was the worst, and they were laughing. They were literally laughing at this man. I mean, they didn't even try. Open mouth laughing at this man as he is up here performing, because that was all performance. It all was.
Exactly.
There was no
It was
passion.
okay. Only thing he didn't do is
You pulled
only
out your
thing,
greatest impression of a Southern preacher and
yes.
imitated Martin Luther King as best you could. I couldn't
Only
stand
thing he
to see
didn't
it.
do was say and sing.
Correct. Correct. It was so bad. I'm
It
like,
was
dude,
horrible.
read the room. Why are you even there?
And
They don't want you
he
there.
really thought he did a good job. You see him turn around and start hugging people, and
I,
people was hugging him back. I
I
said,
could. Come
why
on,
they ain't
man.
kicking him? Somebody
Come
needs to
on
go up
now.
there and kick them in the shin. Boom, real hard.
I'm trying to tell you, it was that shucking and jiving. It just not. It's not cool. I'm actually working on a video now. I was working on it
Oh,
before I went
do you
live.
know?
I'll put it. I'll put it up
Mhm.
tomorrow on my TikTok. I may put it over
Okay.
here too because it doesn't have music in it. Yes, it does. It got a little bit of music in it, but I'll see if I can get away with it.
You
Where they
probably can
have
because a lot of people have music behind their stuff.
yeah, but here you have a tendency to get copyrights. I've gotten like
Oh,
7.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and with my
I get
I'm
it.
growing this page. We're almost at the 6,000 mark. Thank you all, everybody
Yes.
that's subscribing. So I don't want to run the risk of getting the page took down with
No.
me gaining momentum. So I'm just very
No.
careful about it. But so the video basically is a response to it's a one of his I cannot even think of his name. Hold on, I may have it written down.
Mhm.
But basically, the guy was sitting on Byron Donalds. Do you know who that
Byron does.
is?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's one of
Mhm.
the one of the representatives that was. He thought he was going to be a cabinet member. Did not get it. Even get offered a
So,
job.
okay.
But he's been
Mhm.
shucking and jiving for Trump for the longest. I caught wind of him when he got on national news and called Trump daddy. And the video that I'm working on now is in response to that
Ooh,
daddy. Daddy's home. And I was
ooh, wait, Lord.
disgusted. You are a grown black man calling this man daddy. What plantation are we on at this moment? That's
You
some
know that little
plantation
dirty
talk.
boy that be on Charlie Brown, that little dusty dude that walk with, that's them. That's him.
It's just, how do you've done all this shucking and jiving and he still ain't offered you a job? Like
And
how do y'all do
mm-mm.
that to y'allself?
Look, they're that cooning thing, they trying to perfect it so that they can, get in. But they don't realize it's the skin.
And at some point they're gonna remind you of it. They're gonna let you know. They're gonna
Okay.
let you know. They're gonna they're gonna let you go so far, and then they're gonna remind you that you will never be one of
Mhm.
us.
Okay. Because I don't think it was us that made up that uh what is it? How they say it? It's okay, it's not the skin folks. Not no, not
All
kin
skin
folks, the
folks
skin
ain't kin
and kin
folks.
folks. Yeah, all of us not.
No.
We not. And I've since this election, I've
Hmm.
seen more of the divide
Yeah,
that's just, it makes my stomach turn, you
absolutely.
know, because I would leave messages on other people's,
Hmm.
platforms telling them what was going on with a Project 2547, blah, 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 letting them know everything. And, and if I accidentally got up on their platform, they would, try to question me. And I'm like, this is not up for questioning. This is up for investigating.
Come
And
on now.
I need for you to investigate this. Do not talk to me about it. Get in that book, get in that on that computer and investigate this and read it. And don't miss a beat. Just sit there and read it. This
Yeah,
time it's time to learn. And you
yeah.
know what they did? Get your old ass off. They talk bad to me, baby. And I said, you know what? Bless you.
Why do people? Oh, look, I'm pointing the wrong. I don't know where I'm. Let me.
Okay.
Why do people use age as a insult? Why do people feel that age is an
I,
insult?
I
They
don't
just
know.
did it.
They
They
don't
just did it to
realize it's
me.
a
Here,
flex, baby. It's a
Eh,
flex.
listen. I be I won't. I say like my grandma say, keep on living.
Mhm.
Just keep
Keep
on
on
living.
living.
Just
Yeah.
keep on living, because
Yeah.
there's only two ways that you're not gonna get old.
Mhm.
One way, actually. There's only one way
Oh,
that you're not gonna get to this age, and that's for you to
okay.
go.
Yes.
I'm here.
Yes.
I am
I'm
still
just,
here.
I'm
And
blessed
there have
and
been
I'm
many
thankful and
before
I'm
me that did
grateful.
not make it here. So I am
Okay.
proud to be an
Thank
old man.
you.
I'm proud of
Yes.
it. I'm proud to
Yes.
be as old as I am. My father was murdered when I was 15 years old. He was
Oh,
33.
I'm sorry to hear that.
33.
Oh my goodness, he was
33.
young.
I had an uncle, his brother got hit by
Uh-huh.
a train a year later.
Mm-mm-mm.
My final uncle on that side of the family was unalived by his girlfriend. Pew pew to the
Mm.
head.
Oh
None of
my
those
Lord.
guys made it past 40.
Oh
So
my Lord.
I went through a
You are
period of time
blessing.
when I was like, I'm just gonna live it up. I mean, I didn't do anything crazy, but I'm just gonna live it
Yes.
because I know I'm not gonna be here long. Look at nobody on my dad's side of the family even made.
Yes, you are going to be here long. You are amazing. You are a wonderful man. Just don't. You better do your I ams. I am perfect. I am amazing. I am going to live until I get ready to go. I am.
Well,
You know.
I recognize that now. I do,
Yes, I know
but
and
there
recognize
was a
my oneness with the universe.
yeah,
That's where you go.
but there was a period of time where I didn't believe that. You know what I mean? So now that I've gotten past that and I've outlived all those men, it makes me I'm very excited about it, and I'm so happy about the knowledge and the wisdom that comes along
Mhm.
with age. You know what I mean? So
Yes, that's
and
the
these are the people
reward there.
that I prefer to be around. I prefer to be
Yeah.
around people my age and older because everybody 27 and under all seem to read from the same stupid book. All of them, every last one of them, all of
It's
them. They just
like I'm
they don't
telling
have.
you, it's the MK Ultra thing. I don't know if they doing it in the school. You know, I
What?
don't know where they
You
doing it
keep
at,
saying that. It's making
but
me
it's
think of Men
you
in
know,
Black with the little thing.
yes, with the gun, yes. And somebody got the flasher. I'm telling you, somebody got
All
the
right, people,
flasher.
please hit that thumbs up in the top. This is why I love the YouTube
Okay,
live.
somebody got that flasher. I'm telling you, it's somewhere around here because yes,
There gotta
yeah.
be. There has to be a reason why these people are just they're all like I said, just ignorant. All the young folks stupid. Just that they have no sense at all, no sense of direction, no
Hmm.
and no thought of future or consequences for your actions. It is do what I want to do, keep it 100 and live my best life. You know what I mean? I'm
Hmm.
like that's all fine and dandy, but
And you know what? They
Mhm.
just now found out spirituality. Oh my God. You know they invented that, right?
Come on now.
They, inve- they invented
And I do
spirituality.
not like that people and young and old y'all pick and
Uh-huh.
choose the parts of the Bible that y'all like and y'all throw everything else out. When I accept it, I have to accept it as a whole. You know what I mean? Even
Mm-hmm.
the parts that I don't agree with, even the parts I don't like. We had a live just a couple of weeks ago where we talked about the young lady that got herself in well the preacher made her apologize to the church when she got pregnant
Oh,
for
that
some
was
reason.
sad.
It was bad.
Because what about the
But
drummer? The guy, he ever apologize?
see, that was rumor. Nobody's ever been able to confirm it was him. I tried, but I couldn't find
Okay. Oh,
actual
okay.
proof. But but the thing
Everybody
about it,
kept
we
saying
had
it
a
was the
whole
drummer.
live. I
Mm-hmm.
hosted a live where we went into an in-depth discussion around that topic and many all the layers to it. And I called
Mm-hmm.
it the bastard show
Oh,
because
wow.
I myself technically am a bastard. My mom and my daddy were not married. They got married right before I turned one, but biblically I'm a
Yeah.
bastard. And so all my little bastard friend came up, and it became a running joke the entire night. We dealt with it seriously, but there were people that came into the lives not understanding or not in on the joke. Don't call yourself that. I'm like, well, that's what it is in
Look,
the Bible. Well, you shouldn't. I
I
can't
mean,
change the
I'm not a
words.
bastard, but my mom and dad was married, but I might as well be. Okay.
But I
That's all
can't
I can
change the
say.
words. You know what I mean? I have to. The point is, I have to accept all the words, not just the ones I like. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
Right.
I don't walk around feeling bad about it. Hey, it just is what it
No,
is. I had no
no.
control over how I
You know
got here.
what? I am God's child. I
Correct.
am his child.
Correct.
He dwells within me. And
Correct.
and I believe in him wholly and solely. I might not be religious, but I believe in God.
I like
I'm
that.
so grateful to him.
I like
I'm
that.
grateful.
I like that.
Grateful.
I like that. All right,
Okay.
people, please hit that thumbs up in the top. We're having a wonderful chat here tonight. As
Yes.
always, one thing the
Okay.
motor mouths do is talk, and I am king of the
Yes.
motor mouths. I am never at a loss for words.
But
And
you
I'm
know
happy to be
something?
talking to
I
somebody else
appreciate
because I
being
can
on
sit
your
right here and
platform.
talk to myself.
Okay. But I appreciate
I
you
am a
allowing me out.
talker.
Yes. Yes, and I appreciate you again. I appreciate you
Oh,
allowing me up. Thank
you
you
are
so
so
much.
welcome. You're
You
welcome
know,
back anytime. Look, I love this is what I love. I love being able to connect to people with
yes.
people just like this. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Where tonight is not such a. I mean, it's a heavy topics, but it's not one of
I'm
those
gonna
not
feed
a
my groceries.
heavy show like some of the shows I've done. Again, there'll be times you'll come in here and you'll leave crying. You know what I mean? When I have
Oh,
somebody in this box and they're giving their testimony and we diving in deep, or when I'm interviewing people, there'll be times like that. But tonight is a little bit lighter, so I'm happy about it. But yeah,
oh
just
yeah.
prepare yourself because it's an emotional roller coaster.
I have to laugh, and I have to laugh to keep from crying
Yeah,
because all of these unspeakable things that's happening around
yeah,
us. But we
yeah.
got to realize we got to keep our head up,
You
and we
got
got
to.
to keep pushing forward.
You got to.
And like I said, I love the fact that you allowed me up here, and I appreciate you for
You're so
that.
kind.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna let somebody. Don't I know someone else want to come up? So
Oh, look at you. Look at you
if you
graciously
ready to
dropping
drop
down. Look,
me,
stay
if you
stay
ready to
close
drop
by
me,
because it's getting late. I don't deal with them but old folks. These folks probably so stay down in
okay.
the comments because I might be pulling you right back.
Yes, sir. I will be here. Because I'm not going to sleep no time soon.
Sound
I was
good.
trying to
Thank
stay
you
up to
so
see
much.
check
You
on my
handled that
brother.
topic, so I'm gonna need somebody else to come up and see what they're gonna do with this other topic. So
Okay,
please,
okay. So
thank you
drop
so
me
much.
down.
She's so kind. Y'all know. All right, the box is open, people. I fired off this email to that link off to several of y'all. Where y'all at now? I don't see nobody but Sonya. Where's everybody else at? Come on up. The box is now open. For those of you who got the link, you actually have to leave out of you can't hit the link here. You have to leave out, hit the link from your email, and then you'll join that way. So I am waiting on you. Determined, Lavender. I sent this thing off to Crystal. P Love was great. Thank you so much, P Love. You are a wonderful guest tonight. Sonia, the box is always open for you as well. Where y'all at? Don't leave me up here talking to myself. We still got plenty of show to do and plenty more topic to discuss. We haven't even dealt with Miss Bunny. Y'all know I want to talk about Bunny Blue and her 1,057 husbands. I want to talk about it, but I can't talk about it I can talk about it by myself, but it's not quite as fun. All right, all right, all right, people. Come on up. Where y'all at? Where is Sunset? Where's Crystal? Where y'all at? Sonia, I did not. I know I didn't. Did I send? Did you send me your email? I don't think you did, Sonia. Are you coming up tonight, Sonia? Because I don't know where the rest of these boasters at. The boxes are open. Where are you determined? See what I'm talking about? Interrupting that good conversation me and P Love were having. All right, folks. The next subject of the night is Miss Bunny Blue. And we can circle back to the other topic if you prefer to talk about that once you're in the box. But Bunny Blue, for those of you, you got your grandbabies. Okay, I understand, Sonia. We're going to talk about Bunny Blue for a little bit. Bunny Blue is a 25-year-old woman. She got tired of working a 9 to 5 job and decided that she was going to get an OnlyFans account. And she has turned her OnlyFans account into a reported $750,000 per month business that her mother and her father help to support. Her father goes to local bars and passes out business cards for his daughter. Her mother actually goes to the university with flyers promoting latest events. uh, Miss Bunny has actually gotten set a Guinness Book World Record for the number of husbands, biblical husbands, or lovers, we'll just say that, in a 12-hour period. In 12 hours, she bedded 1,057 men. And y'all say body counts don't matter. I beg to differ, and I want to have the conversation about it. So, Sonya says she has to be raw seriously. She did an interview the next day after that particular event and said, yeah, she was sore, but it just felt like a heavy night of loving to her. It wasn't no different than any other heavy night of loving. So I don't know what to gather from that. That sounds like a whole lot. Because can you imagine 1,057? That's a lot. That's a lot of men. And all men aren't created equally. So use your imagination. There's some that fit like a glove, and some that probably did a little damage. I don't I don't I don't understand. But that's the conversation I would like to have with one of my guest panelists, wherever you all are. I think this show just started extremely late, and that's why I'm having trouble. Where are you guys at in these boxes? Hold on. I don't even see Crystal anymore. Hold on. I'm going to go back to my messages, people. You may be able to see me. If not, I apologize. I'm going to try to get my people back. Lavender. Okay. Hold on, folks. I'm trying to fire off that message again. And all right, I sent the live back out, people. To those who requested, I need you guys, one of y'all, to come up because now y'all got me up here looking crazy. I feel like I did when I first started TikTok. I can remember the first time I was there. I got up there. I had no idea what I was doing when I went live. And the first friend I made on a live lived in Israel on the other side of the world. I never forget her. And she was my very first person that sat through a live with me. I didn't know what I was doing. She didn't know what she was doing. And it turned into a really great conversation. And we're friends to this day. So although that app doesn't look like it's going to be around much longer, it has been wonderful for me with regards to developing friendships and learning about people and learning things in general. So it's been a very valuable source for me. So with that, all right, folks, I've sent the live out again. Where are these people at? Where you at? All right, all right, all right, all right. I'm trying to make sure I didn't have anything else that I wanted to bring over to this platform. Those are the two for the night. Sonia, she must be Stretch Man's daughter. Do you remember Stretch Man? I wanted the Stretch Man Armstrong. The cartoon with the yep, I know. I remember the toy, the Stretch Man Armstrong toy. When I was a kid, you are hilarious. Yeah, you've got to be a very uh, how 12 hours straight. I did the math on it. Now these guys are not honestly, having a having what you would consider a full session with them. If I did the math right, it was basically less than a minute. It was about 40 seconds per man in order to achieve all 157. And what was crazy, in order for her to set the record, she only needed to do 1,000, but there were 57 men still left in the queue, and she said that she wanted to pleasure them all. So she allowed the additional 57 after she finished the 1,000. But when I tell you, you've got to, if you're on TikTok or anywhere, you can see the aftermath. There was enough rubbers left on the floor of this facility to make a full set of tires for your car. It was insanity. I felt so sorry for whomever had to clean up that room because it was disgusting. Like, ugh. Can you imagine the smell? 1,057 men at one woman. And then these are married men. A lot of these men are married. She goes out to married men and men that are barely legal, 18, right at 18. And she had to turn a few of them away because they were underage with fake IDs. I want to know how she really feel about herself. I do too. She seemed to be very well balanced, very intelligent. I couldn't find any history of molestation or anything like that. So I do not know what goes through the mind of a person that says, I would rather, be I don't want to say that word, a dumpster of sorts, than to work a regular 9 to 5 job. I do not know what goes through the mind of a person that is willing to even do that. It makes zero sense to me, none whatsoever. I just literally don't understand it. But yeah, that is how she is choosing to live, and we just going. I'm gonna talk about it though. I mean, I just that would, to me, I would feel like a failure as a parent if my daughter grew up and chose that as a lifestyle and as a means of making money. I mean, I keep going back to all money is not good money. I don't understand why, let alone how can you do that? Make it make sense. I need somebody in the comments to make that make sense for me. Would you, for $750,000, allow? That's not even a train. I mean, I need you guys to put this in perspective. I cruise a lot. The average cruise ship, even now, well, the smaller ones, because I've been on some big ones, but the Titanic had 2,200 people on it. 1,500 of those people passed away. She slept with more men than lives that were lost on the Titanic. How? And all of them were wearing masks at the time, like scullies, so that their identities can be protected. So you don't even know what these men look like. You have no idea. 1,057 different men in 12 hours. She has to either, this is, I'm in the comments, she has to either mentally cut it off or have no moral compass. I, I don't know. I really don't know what would have to go through your mind to see a line stretched that far out. I actually have a picture on the TikTok of 1,000 people standing where they created a heart, and it's just a mass of people. You know what I mean? Yeah, look like, smell like nothing. How? She set a record, but that's not a record. And then here's the thing: I never see men attempting to set Guinness Book of World Records for the number of women that they bedded. I've never seen that. It's always a woman. And then what does that say about men that you're willing to stand in a line with 1,056 other men as y'all go into a room one by one to have a good minute with this woman that you're never gonna see again? Just to say you did it. We're talking fathers and sons, husbands, single guys. I mean, there were the invitation was for all of them. She did not discriminate at all. Yes, and they consider it a conquest. I don't get it. I really don't. I've never seen one of these type situations where the man, maybe because, I mean, what man could even perform that many hours in a row without medication, serious medication. So maybe that's part of it, or the fact that shoot, raw would be an understatement if you did that many times in that many hours. You know what I mean? It would fall off. I'm sure. I'm sure it would fall off. Absolutely not. The answer is no for me. The answer is just absolute no for me. No. But yeah, those are the things that I actually definitely wanted to touch on. I don't know where my people at. I don't know where y'all at. Where you at? There's that Jump for Us song I don't care anything about. Oh, off subject. Did you guys know that Brandy is putting out a book this year, a memoir of her life? Do you guys think it's going to be any good? I'm pretty sure there's a lot she can say, but I just think she is so trained media wise that I don't really feel like we're going to learn anything. Only thing I want to know is what was on that note that Whitney gave her right before she passed away, which she said she's never going to reveal. So, I mean, what is she going to tell us? There's no attachment for the men. Best way is to hit it and quit it. I agree. But okay, we're back on Bunny. If you've been with that many people, do you think that mentally you could really have an attachment, like an emotional connection with anybody? I don't think so. I just think that after you've been pounded, spun around the block that many times, I just don't think you would feel anything about men, because you would think, all of them are the same. If you found over 1,000 that were willing to sleep with you just because none of these men got paid a dime, just because, I just think it would ruin you mentally. Yeah, I totally don't get it. Absolutely don't get it. All right, we got 5 people hanging out in the chat, and I'm only seeing Sonia's comments. Where's everybody else at, and where are all those people from the TikTok? Y'all didn't show up. They showed up last show, and I was so very thankful. We had a great show last week. I don't know what happened. I think I stayed on TikTok too long tonight, and that's probably it. A lot of these people are just tired and sleepy, and I don't blame them. I talk a lot, way too much, way too much. Let me make sure I've covered everything I want to cover tonight. Because if I don't get anybody here shortly, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. I gotta get up in the morning and go and get these locks tightened. And I'm only here as long as the people are here. Let's see. Said everything. Said everything. Yeah, I think so. Hmm. For those of you, I don't know how many Whitney Houston fans are here. I've read just about every book they've done on her biography wise. I've read the book with Robin Crawford's book. I've read her mama's book, Sister Houston's book. I've read BB Winans' book on her. And now there's a book that's coming out next month that is from The Bodyguard. And I don't mean the movie. Her actual bodyguard is actually putting out a book next week. Or no, I'm sorry, at the beginning of next month. I think it comes out on my wife's birthday, February the 4th. And I'm super excited about. I may even do a book review on it for those of you who actually read. I'm fascinated with Whitney as a singer and as a person. You know what I mean? As a personality, and intrigued by the ins and outs, the downs, and of course the dramatic rise and the ultimate demise of her. So I'm very interested to see what the bodyguard is going to bring to the table this many years after her passing, and Bobby Christina's as well. So, and her mom just passed away last year. So I'm very interested to see what that book is going to be about. I've already pre-ordered it. I'm going to read it. I'll do a review on it. If you guys want to talk about it, we can. Brandy's book would be surface. She can only go so far without exposing her family. That's exactly how I feel about it, Sonia. I feel like she's definitely not going to give us anything. She'll give us, some things on Thea, some behind the scenes on Moesha, but she's not going to talk about her daddy, her mama. And I do believe her daddy got a whole nother son outside of the marriage that I know that Ray J acknowledges, but I don't think Brandy is ever even fully acknowledged. So I don't think that I'm gonna read it just because I like memoirs, but I just don't think that this story is going to be. It's going, and of course I admire her as a singer. I love her, a lot of her music, the earlier music. So I'll read it for those purposes, but I'm not expecting Brandy to give us anything that's going to be mind blowing. But I've read a lot, so I think I may ultimately start doing some reviews on some of those books that I've read. So all the books that I've named thus far on Whitney were really good, and of course, there's his side, her side, and the truth somewhere in between. I read Bobby Brown's book as well. So what I like to do is to find the consistency across all the books, and that's what I take as truth. Some of the things I gather from myself, other things I get from interviews, and come up with my own conclusion on a lot of these things. So, Bodyguard, I'm definitely gonna read his book because I just really want to know what he has to say. So that's one of my projects for next month. I got a lot of content coming here on YouTube, especially after my equipment is shot. It's going to be a lot more long form content. You know, about any and everything. That's just how I do here. I'm the motor mouth, so and my mind just never quite stops spinning. So it's going to be a lot coming here. So just stick around, enjoy it. I hope you do. I'm just so thankful to see the page growing. I'm happy to see the lives are doing well and that we are, we're steady growing. It's slow growing, but we're growing nonetheless. And I just thank you all for riding out with me because this is going to be the home with or without that other app. I'm going to, I'll live in both worlds for a while, but this is where I ultimately want to land and want to flourish. So the only way to do that is to continue to do what I'm doing, and that's putting out great quality content and showing up for you each and every Friday night for a live. I'm going to try to get a schedule that's a little bit better. This week, this live just started extremely late because my daughter is a cheerleader and my wife was with her cheerleading, so I was at home with my son. So I had to. Thank you so much. Sonya said she's here for the long haul. I appreciate it. Without you all, I have no lives. Without you all, I have no content. So I thank you all for being part of my TikTok fam and for being part of the Motor Mile. So that's what we call ourselves over here. So I just want to just take a moment to just say that I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all that watch, that come in and join me live, and I appreciate you all that go back and watch them after they're over. So I just thank you all for all the love, all the support, and we are growing. We're growing slowly, but we're definitely growing. So I appreciate it. It's gonna get better. I promise you, it's gonna get better with each and every show. Once I get this equipment up and going, I'm gonna feel like a real pro. So just bear with me over the next couple of weeks as I continue to evolve on this platform. So I do want to say that. But yeah, those are some of the things that I want to deal with. Hmm. Hmm. Lord Jesus. Y'all do know that I actually go to bed at 9 o'clock. I'm old. At least I'm old in the mind. This is the only night that I stay up super, super late, and I spend the entire weekend recovering from it. So just know I do it out of love and a love for the people. You know what I mean? I just love being here. I love to run my mouth. I am truly the motor mouth. I love to talk to people. I love to talk about any and everything. So it doesn't look like any of my other guests are going to actually show up, even though I spent all that time sending that link out to all these people. I want to thank my special guest tonight, P Love. You are absolutely wonderful. I thank you for joining me. I thank you for having that good long conversation with me and for attacking one of the subjects of the night, even though I didn't get to tackle the other. At least not with anybody else alone. With that, I think I'm going to go ahead and conclude tonight's show. I thank you all for being here. I'm going to be here each and every Friday night. I'm going to try to start coming on about maybe 10 o'clock. Last week's show fared a lot better because it started earlier. So I'll try to be here about 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, but don't hold me to it. Sometimes I do get caught up on the other side. So hopefully my daughter doesn't have a game. If not, it'll be between 9 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. and 10 o'clock that I want to get started over here, and we're going to run the show as long as you guys are want to run it. I'll bring fresh topics, and if you guys want to revisit some of the topics from the earlier lives, please let me know. If you want to join the live, just as P Love did tonight, all you got to do is send me an email to faithandbishop2 at gmail.com. And if there's something in particular that you want me to cover, a subject that you want me to talk about, feel free to send that over to me as well. I check that email on a regular basis. I check my TikTok on a regular basis. My DMs, send it all to me. If it's something that I feel is worthwhile or something that I can add to, or a conversation that can be had or expounded on, I like to deal with subjects that are very layered. So that'll be one of the keys that I'm looking for. But please feel free to drop those things in, even if when we're in the room, if there's something that in particular that you want to discuss, I'll be happy to do so. There are a couple of things I did want to touch on. We were talking. They had a shooting this may have been today or yesterday, where the guy called the police. He was in his 40s. Called the police and then pew pew six of them before I think he ultimately took his own life as well. I wanted to talk on that, and we may visit it on next week's show because I found it quite intriguing that a lot of these mass shootings are occurring by people that are military. The one in Louisiana was a military person. When they blew up the truck, the cyber truck, it was military. And this guy is a military man. So, what does that say about what are we doing for our veterans? What are we doing for the people in the military that they are coming back home and are they seem to all have issues? Like, are we not getting mental help for these people? Or are we not supporting them? What more do we need to do to support these people? Because that's three that I've counted, and it's only is are we still? Is it still? It's still January. Three I've counted since the year started. All people that are involved were military. There's something that needs to be said about that. So we may discuss that one on next week. I wanted to touch on it. I hit on the guy that you know shot the girl and then took his life in at the school. What's going on with our kids? Where's the humanity? Why is it that the value of life is just less than nothing nowadays? It just literally makes no sense to me. I don't understand. I don't know where we are and how did we get here. But we definitely need to evolve and to change and to do some things to try to improve life for everybody. You know what I mean? And I just don't think Orange Man is going to help in that regard. They may be not, oh, this is Sonia. They may not be getting help or taking their meds because you can't make them. That is true as well, Sonia. But golly, this is devastating. It's very, very devastating. Very, very devastating. Um, but yeah, we got to we got to do something. We definitely got to do something. Orange Man, y'all know I'm not a fan of the Orange Man, but please, I don't discriminate. I'm more than happy to come up here and debate with anybody on Orange Man if you like. I'm not above talking about politics, religion. There's literally no subject that is off limits in this room as long as we can have a respectful conversation. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and conclude tonight's live. I thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all on next week on TikTok for just a little while where I do the pre show and then my actual live right here on YouTube. So I thank you all for joining me. I'll see you all next week. God bless you. Have a good weekend.